doing today? I hope that you're doing amazing and fantastic and wonderful. It feels so good to go back into my routine. I don't know if you guys have noticed or anything, but it's been super hard for me to get back into the swing of things, back into work, back into like getting everything done that I love to do, and having time for everything. I didn't realize, I thought that I didn't have enough time when Alex was a little baby, right? But I realized that I had more time to do things when he was littler than I do now that he is almost 14 months. And I don't know quite what to do with myself. So please bear with me as I try and figure out a way to keep up with my hobbies and my friends and writing my own book and all of that stuff, while also still being a loving and attentive mom and wife. So today's video is just sort of like a catch-up of what I read last month in August and sort of my reading plans for September, and just a little bit of this and that all throughout. Let's just sit back. I'm sitting crisscross here. Let's sit back and let's just chat. Grab yourself something nice to snack on and to drink. And let's get into this. So I've noticed that my reading has like gone downhill. The amount of reading that I have been able to do since I've gone back to work has steadily decreased drastically. So in the month of August, I read a total of 4 books. I read An Elderly Lady is Up to No Good. That was sort of like a research kind of book for me for my writing of my my own cozy, and I gave it a 3-star. I appreciated it for what it was, but I will have to say that I didn't realize it was going to be so dark and like it was just really dark compared to most cozies that I read. And maybe I should not have expected this to be like a cozy mystery kind of thing. But you can see where I got that. Like, it says, Maud is an irascible 88-year-old Swedish woman with no family, no friends, and no qualms about a little murder. The funny, irreverent story collection by Helen Thurston, author of the Irene Huss Investigations, features 2 never-before-translated stories that will keep you laughing all the way to the retirement home. Ever since her darling father's untimely death when she was only 18, Mauve lived in the family's spacious apartment in downtown Gothenburg, rent-free, thanks to a minor clause in a hastily negotiated contract. That's how Maud learned that good things can come from tragedy. Now, in her late 80s, Maud has contented herself with traveling the world, surfing the net from the comfort of her father's ancient armchair. It's a solitary existence, but she likes it that way. So like you read that and you're like, okay, cool. It's gonna be about like this feisty older lady, whatever. Yeah, this feisty older lady murders, like, and has no qualms about it. And I know that they kind of said that, but like I didn't really know that they were doing that. So that sort of just like threw me off in like an off mood, I guess. Then I read The Cracked Spine for the Cozy Escape Book Club. It's the first book in the Scottish Bookshop Mystery series by Paige Shelton. I gave it 2.5 stars. There were just so many aspects of the book that I really wished were dived a little bit, or dove deeper into. And I actually ended up having to change to the audiobook because I needed to finish the book for the book club, but I wasn't getting through the Kindle book at all. Like, it was like sludging through quicksand. So read that, wasn't a fan. So like the beginning of my reading month was, it wasn't easy. Then I ended on a high note for August. I read Renewed for Murder. I read it as an arc. It is the Blue Ridge Bay, or the Blue Ridge Library series by Victoria Gilbert. I loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. It was just so good. She writes cozy mysteries very well. Then I was driving around a lot for my job, going to different schools to train teachers, and so I needed an audiobook to listen to. And I highly recommend this audiobook. It is called Deadly News, and it is by it is the Britton Bay series, and it's by Judy Halford. I gave it 4 stars. I thought it was super cute. Former Army brat Molly Owens is ready to put down roots, and the picturesque seaside town of Britton Bay on the Oregon coast seems like the perfect place for it, especially when she lands a job as the editor of the local paper. But she's got one colleague who's very bad news. Overall, I thought it was a solid first book in a series. I very much enjoyed it. I was quite happy with that book that I just stumbled upon it on my Libby app for my library, and I'm very happy that I did. So we are over halfway done with September, and I'll tell you like my basic September goals. So Ellery Adams and I have started a classics book club. It's called Cozy Classics Book Club, and what we do is we read a classic and then we read a retelling, and we talk about it on Instagram, and we'll do a live stream on it and everything. So this month we started reading Little Women, and we are reading Meg and Joe, the retelling. And so far this month I have finished 2 books. I actually just finished Little Women. It was a whopper of a book, super big. It was 17 hours on audiobook, which is how I predominantly read the book. I did read it in conjunction with my ebook as well, like when I couldn't get my headphones on or something. But I loved the book. I thought it was fantastic, and I'm really enjoying it. So far I'm like an hour into Meg and Joe, and it's a modern retelling of Little Women from Meg and Joe's point of view, and I'm not sure how I feel so far about it. I think that I tend to judge the retellings a lot more harshly if I really enjoyed the classic. So I'm probably gonna be a little judgy for it. The other book that I have read so far this month is Elevation by Stephen King. This is actually my very first Stephen King book ever, and this is a riveting, extraordinary, eerie, and moving story about a man whose mysterious affliction brings a small town together, a timely, upbeat tale about finding common ground despite rooted differences. It was really good. I enjoyed it. I gave it a solid 3.5 stars. But I would say that I was happy that I read it. I was very happy that I read it. So those are sort of my plans for the rest of the month of September, is to finish Meg and Joe and maybe get another cozy read. I'm not quite sure. I do want to review, I got an advanced reader copy of No Means of Escape, and so I really want to read that. It's a Brooklyn murder mystery. I would love to get that done. It sounds really cute. Amateur sleuth Odessa Dean is about to discover that the only thing harder than finding her way out of an escape room is finding an affordable apartment in Brooklyn. And it is a sequel to A Killer Content. So yeah, those are some of my, that's what I read in August, and some of my goals and what I've read so far in September. Let me know, do you like having the wrap up and plans in one video, or do you like having them as 2 separate videos? I'd love to know your thoughts. But that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, guys, happy reading. Bye.